Terry Miller, the Disc Golf Guy here, and I'm working on something that is long overdue, and that is I'm going to revamp what you're seeing in my 2018 Patreon support setup for the website. For those of you that don't know, Patreon is an amazing website that allows you to go out and make a pledge if you want to support creators or people that are putting out some kind of content that you enjoy. We, of course, have been using it for disc golf. I may have been one of the first people to get on the platform, and I didn't pay as much attention to it as I should have throughout the last few years. And now we see a lot of other great video producers and people using the platform. Joe Mez and Central Coast and Nate Sexton and a handful of others are using Patreon as this amazing platform where if you want to show any form of support financially, you can. Well, I want to take it to another level and give back and thank you even more for the support that you're giving. So every single month here in 2018, I am going to be doing a drawing for a free basket giveaway. It's going to be a portable basket. I'm going to probably mix it up among a handful of different manufacturers. As of right now, I have no tie or allegiance to any manufacturer. I do work with all of them, whether it's contracted work or some kind of bartered services. I've been sponsored by a number of them throughout the years as a player, and I use many of them when it comes to tournament directing and events and things that I run. So I'm completely brand agnostic in that sense that I'm not, I don't have any specific tie. If there is a tie to any manufacturer for any month of the giveaway, I will be disclosing that I'll be fully disclosing just that. This month, out of, I don't want to say sheer coincidence, but this month I'm choosing to use MVP as the basket that I'll be giving away. We'll be giving away a portable black hole basket. I most recently worked with MVP in doing the video coverage that many of you saw for the Maricopa Meadows. So this month, MVP, it was a natural fit. It made perfect sense. And so it's going to work out that you're going to give me the information as a Patreon supporter of after I draw your name, and then I will simply submit that over to MVP, and they will ship the basket to you. So anyway, I'm going to keep these relatively short. I'm also going to be trying to provide more exclusive content that is just for the Patreon supporters. Right now, if I go to the site, and I'll show you my screen in a moment, but when I go to the site, I've gotten a few more Patreon supporters. I have 65 of them. Anyone that had their card not go through, it tells me if it's declined. It doesn't tell me that if it's for financial reasons, or more often than not, most cards just expire and people forget to update it there. So those people are not eligible if your card didn't go through a few weeks ago or a week ago, whenever they did it at the end of January. So if you want to be eligible, make sure that your account is up to date on patreon.com/thediscgolfguy. And I'm open to creative ideas. I want to make this, of course, this is a monthly giveaway. I'm going to be giving away discs probably during just about every single video I put up. But I also want to create more stuff that will be exclusive to our Patreon-only people, because I really want to reward and thank you guys for supporting the efforts that I'm putting out. So that's where we're at. This is going to be for January. I'm going to try and do it near the beginning of the month for the following month, every month. And so you're looking at sometime in March is when I'll do the February Patreon supporter basket giveaway. So if you guys are ready for it, I'm good to go. I think I've got it set up. I've pulled in every name that's a Patreon supporter that is current. I just pulled them in and randomly threw them into a spreadsheet. I'm going to go out to random.org ultimately. I'm going to draw a number. It's going to randomly generate one of the numbers of the people that I have. And from there, like I said, we'll figure out who the person is that won. I'll contact them and let them know that they've got a free basket and that they're going to get rewarded. So somebody maybe just became a Patreon supporter, say 2 months ago, and maybe they've only given ultimately $2 to my overall cause. I'm going to be walking away with like a $150, $160 valued basket. So unless there's any other questions, anything else you guys have, I'm going to get right to it. I may or may not make these public every single month, but I want to make the first one public to let you guys know that that's what I'm working on. We're going to revamp the goals and all the settings out on Patreon. I'm also working on getting some new graphics. I'm looking to drop about $7,000 to $8,000 in new cameras. So I'm really trying to take all this Patreon money and just simply up the game and up the overall production of what you're seeing on the Disc Golf Guy vlog channel. Okay, and not to be confused, the Smashbox TV separate channel, that's basically podcast based. So that's entirely separate. That goes to other contributors and just totally different situations. So our live broadcasting and the Pro Tour broadcasting and any other ones, all completely different. This is for the Disc Golf Guy channel that you find on YouTube. All right? So I appreciate it. If you want to be eligible next month, go out to patreon.com. I'll put the information in the comments or in the description below, so that you guys can support it if you choose to in the future. And if you don't, I'm good with that too. Just keep watching the free content, and I hope that you enjoy it, and you'll still be able to win some prizes throughout the various videos every single month. But if you want to be in on some exclusive stuff and the big granddaddy prize every month of a free portable basket, this is the way that you can make that happen. All right, I'm going to head over. We'll see if we can switch screens. I don't do a lot of YouTube Live. I'm going to see if I can switch the screen here for you. And there is my mug. I'm going to see if I can make this happen. I do apologize if it's a little shaky. This is my Patreon page. That's what it looks like. It needs an overhaul. I shot that years ago when I first jumped on it. And I'm going to head over to random.org. Jeremy Stewart says, I wasn't a Patreon until this month. Got to wait till March. I probably included you, Jeremy. I think everybody that recently jumped on board, I did in fact include. So here we go. This is what I also wanted to look at. Hope there's everyone's name on there. Again, I removed anyone that that card hadn't gone through. So that's what we're looking at. No, Byron Allen, cool one. I don't think is a Patreon supporter of my video blogs, but he does win the Smashbox one all the time. So down here, number 64, and then I believe we have 1. So assuming number 1's not drawn, I'm going to put in there 64 will be the number. And we'll do the drawing. Again, this is drawing on 2/7, and it's for the MVP portable basket that you see here. It'll get drop shipped to you. And I'm pretty excited about this. And I'm excited to do this a little differently every single month, but the premise is a free portable basket. So again, 64 people. You're seeing it live. I'm going to pull this up. We're here on random.org. Well, I signed the basket. I'll have to run into you to see you somewhere because it's actually just going to get drop shipped. So I won't see it. This will come from Michigan ultimately. And so I'd have to physically see you sometime with the basket, and then I would gladly sign it. So here we go. We've got 64. If number 1 is drawn, I will redraw because number 1 is the first name, last name. All right, makes sense. If everyone's good, I'm good. And generate number 8. Completely random. Number 8 is Nicholas Williams. I know a Nick Williams. I'm not sure if that's the local to Wisconsin Nick Williams. I'll have to do the research. That may in fact be him. If so, a local in Nick Williams. So Nick Williams, man, I really appreciate it. I appreciate the support so much. You're the winner of the basket. And we'll find out exactly where you're at. I'll go out to my Patreon page, and I can dig around for the information, and I'll get it. So, Nick, I really appreciate it. If anyone has any other questions, I'd be glad to answer them now. But other than that, that's about all that I have. I want to keep it short, keep it sweet. Drawing, free basket, patreon.com/thediscgolfguy. I'll put that in the description. And if you guys like the idea, again, I want to come up with more content for our Patreon-only subscribers, people that do submit at any level for Patreon, and maybe we can have some other cool, unique things that are done. So appreciate it. To so many of you out there, I do appreciate that. I appreciate that you support any of our disc golf video services. that are out there, you know. And again, I know Central Coast and Jomez and the Pro Tour and Nate Sexton, all to name a few. It's a great platform. It allows you to pledge any amount that you want, and then even cap it. So if you said, hey, I've got $3 that I'd like to at most give you this month, I'll give you $1 a video, but you want to cap it at $3 for the month. So if I put in 10 videos and you're giving me $1 per video, what it does is it still caps it at that 3 and only submits that 3. And some people say, you know what, I want to give you $10 a video and there's no limit to it. So, you know, that's another option. I mean, everywhere in between. You donate whatever or pledge whatever you'd like. All right? Cool one real quick says, I heard YouTube is or isn't going to have its own internal version of doing this. They may or may not. I don't know any more details about that. And then I think somebody asked if I'm coming down to an event. I didn't see what it was. I don't know if it was SFO, San Francisco Open. If so, I'll be there in a live capacity with Smashbox TV. So if that was the question that was out there. So I appreciate it. I'm going to cut it short, or cut it now. I think we've had enough. Thank you. If you're not a Patreon supporter and you couldn't care less about all this, hopefully you just skip over the title every single month. I'm not offended by that either. Well, I'll be coming back to South Florida Open in 2018. If the TD will have me and it works out in the schedule, I'd love to be there. Pat Duncan, great guy. Support your Patreon, guys. Support YouTube. Support Disc Golf. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. And I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and that was my Patreon vlog, maybe. See ya.